Welcome to The Explainer. If you're thinking about selling your home, you've probably heard a million different opinions on what it takes. Well, today we're going to cut right through all that noise and show you what actually gets a house sold in today's digital world. So let's start with one of the biggest ideas out there in real estate, that you hire a big-name agent and boom, they open up the secret black book of buyers who are just waiting for a house like yours. It sounds great, right? But is that really how most homes get sold? Let's take a look. Okay, the actual numbers might surprise you. Get this, fewer than 1 in 10 homes, that's less than 10%, are sold to a buyer that the listing agent brought themselves. So, if that secret list isn't where the action is, where on earth are all the real buyers coming from? Right, so let's just put this myth to bed once and for all. That whole idea of an agent having a bunch of buyers just waiting in the wings, it's a fantastic sales pitch, for sure. But it's just not the reality for the vast majority of sellers. The real buyers are somewhere else entirely. And here is the single most important shift in thinking you can make. The perfect buyer for your home, they aren't waiting for a call from an agent. They are out there right now, scrolling on their phones and laptops. So the agent's real job isn't to have the buyer already. It's to make your home look so good online that it becomes the obvious, can't-miss choice for that huge audience of active searchers. Okay, so if the agent's secret list isn't the magic bullet, then what is? Well, it really boils down to 3 core things, 3 pillars, that all have to work together to get your home sold fast and for the right price. And wow, when you look at this chart, it paints a really clear picture. The power of getting the price, condition, and online exposure right is just massive compared to that tiny sliver representing an agent's private list. I mean, it's not even a contest. These are the things that actually get people in the door. So here's the deal. Think of price, condition, and exposure as the 3 legs of a stool. If they all line up perfectly, your home doesn't just get seen by a handful of people, it stands out to the entire market. But if you get even one of them wrong, the stool wobbles. Showings dry up, and your power as a seller just kind of evaporates. All right, so how do we take this idea and turn it into something you can actually use? This next part is basically a playbook, a step-by-step guide to get your property ready for its close-up. Here's exactly how you do it. First, you have to price for the search. Just think about how you search for things online. Buyers use price brackets, right? Like $475,000 to $500,000. If you price your home at $505,000, you are literally invisible to every single buyer in that group. Second, condition sells confidence. A clean, repaired home just screams peace of mind. And trust me, buyers will pay a premium for that feeling. And third, maximize that exposure. This is totally non-negotiable. You need to be on the MLS, you need professional photos, and you need to be on all the big real estate websites where buyers are spending their time. Now, why is all of this so important for your bottom line? Because once you understand what really sells a home, you can make way smarter decisions with your money. You can stop paying for things that don't actually work and start putting your resources where they'll have the biggest impact. This really lays out the choice you have. On one hand, you can pay a high commission based on that myth of an agent's secret list. Or you can focus your investment on what we know actually matters: incredible marketing and flawless presentation. This is why it's so important to really look at different commission models and make sure your money is actually working for you. The key takeaway here is pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Modern ways of selling a home give you access to the exact same MLS, which reaches the exact same pool of online buyers. The only real difference is that a smarter, more efficient model lets you keep way more of your own hard-earned equity. So, what this all really points to is a huge shift in how we need to think about selling a home in this day and age. The old rules of the game are fading out, and a new, much more transparent and data-driven approach is taking over. Think about it. When a buyer is scrolling through hundreds of homes on their phone, what are the first things they see? It's these 4 things: the price, the quality of the photos, what they can tell about the condition from those photos, and the location. Now, notice what's not on that list: the agent's name or their company. This quote just nails the new reality perfectly. The algorithms on these big websites that decide who sees your home, they're totally impartial. They don't care about an agent's reputation. All they see are clicks, saves, and how much people engage with your listing. And all of that is driven by your home's price and presentation. So we'll leave you with this question. Thinking about selling your home isn't really about finding an agent with a secret list anymore. It's about preparing your most valuable asset to compete and win in a giant online marketplace. Nailing the price, condition, and exposure isn't just a strategy, it's the whole game.